Hi there. No one likes the fact that skips smell like dirty genitals. But what we all like is that skips taste like dirty genitals. And that is why tonight's sponsor is Skips, one of the High Street's premier light and melty candy floss genital crossovers. Both adults and children alike can enjoy the warm, soft, quite frankly, repugnant smell of Skips. And here at Late Night Live, there's nothing we enjoy more than that melt-in-the-mouth taste from down south. Skips. Tonight's sponsor. Now on with the show. Hello and welcome to Late Night Live. We are back. We've got a new sponsor. What do you think to that? It's the only show on the internet sponsored by Skips, isn't it? Surely. Here they are, look. Let's not insult them anymore. I know I've maybe said some bad things about them in the past, but they really are lovely. And very light, very low calorie. One of the best Skips, best crisp money can buy. So, Skips. And also, of course, as always, we are sponsored by Cans. It's good to be back, lads. Look at this, look. Got a new one of these. It works. The last one got broken by the absolute beasts that work in this office, but this time it's back, it's good, and it works. Today we're going to be talking Jadon Sancho. We'll talk about it. Skips, training. I went training for Stretford Paddock FC for the first time the other night, and we're going to talk about that a little bit, because I got the piss taken out of me for a new top that I wore, and I thought it was pretty nice, but you'll have to let me know in the comments. Someone says, but which genitals? All of them, that's the great thing. Skips. Thank you. When does the summer transfer window open? Not till June or July or something like that. Also, we're going to be looking at a few fun stories as well today. A man accidentally made a World War I weapon in a leisure centre. So, it's exciting. It's very exciting. Let me know what your favourite crisps snack, basically savoury snack. What's your favourite savoury snack? Because mine is Skips. Mine is Skips, we know that. That's very plain to see. But not everyone's going to like Skips. Some people might think they taste like genitals. They make your fingers smell like you've not had a shower in a couple of days. Somehow quite endearing though, isn't it? We can all agree on that. Let's turn that off. Let's get into the news. Have we signed Sancho yet? Do you know what? Right. Here's the thing. Obviously, I know we're a while away from the summer transfer window, but this Sancho story is, how can I put it, a little bit more than nothing. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. There does seem to be smoke, and there does seem to be fire. Let's get into what's been going on this week. So, laptop, please. There you go. This, according... do you know what? I think this is the first time on this show I'm actually using a Stretford Paddock /Studio 68 /Stephen Howson news source for the source on Late Night Live, because that's where, we're cruising up there with your Daily Stars, your Daily Expresses, your Daily, Warble, or whatever they're called. We had David Ornstein down in the studio earlier this week, and he reiterated what has been being said by many reliable journalists, and that is, as things stand, I think Manchester United are looking the most likely option. Now, here's what I can tell you. I can tell you that Man United want Jadon Sancho. Right. Get that in your skulls. I can tell you, from the horse's mouth, I don't know what that means, but I like to think of horses saying things, that Jadon Sancho would like to join Manchester United. Ish. And I can also tell you that United are willing to pay the money for him. Now, again, this is just one of many sources that have been saying this week. This is big news this week. This is, this kind of news. You can't do it at the same time as the laptop. This is this kind of news. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of level of news we're talking about here. Me coughing up Skips for you lot. One more time on that. Let me just see that again. Yeah, that is particularly harrowing, isn't it? Let's get this back up. So, again, what I can tell you, this and this and this, for once, actually, is a little bit of inside knowledge here. And that's all I can say. All I will say to you lot at home is if this transfer doesn't happen, we can all be upset together because I think it might. I actually think it will, if we can bear say that. You know what? I'm putting my reputation on the line here, and luckily for me, I don't have one. So really, it's win-win for me. Either I knew we were signing Sancho early, and I'm telling you lot, or we don't sign him, and no one really says, oh, because who am I? Perfect. Anyone in the comments, someone says, oh, we have a mod, good news. Someone says, chip naan with mayo, P.S. Savage, or P. Savage, says chip naan with mayo. That is his savoury item of choice. Hula hoops, cheese and onion, great choice. Someone says, what's it, waffles, electric cars. I've never had what's it waffles. Is that a product brought out by the What's It company, or is that regular waffles with What's It's sprinkled on top? My sister used to do the thing where she would place 2 What's It's on her front teeth, grind them into her front teeth so there was a sort of a heavy layer of powder on the outside of the mouth. Then she would breathe through her teeth, expelling that powder onto my face in the back of the car on the way to a summer holiday. Then I would dig my fingers into her arm, she would cry, she would hit me, our parents would tell us off. Rinse and repeat every year for about 20 years. Did you ever try salt and vinegar skips? Yes, I did try salt and vinegar skips. I really liked them, actually. Let's spend 120 million on Sancho. Let Gomez go to Barca for free. Well, he's mates with Sancho, though, isn't he? I think Angel Gomez and Jadon Sancho are friends. Did Sancho miss training? No. Mike Kerwin, what you've done there is fallen for, let's face it, a trap that I've set. There are clear punctuation marks between Sancho, skips and training. Sancho is the main topic of tonight's show. Skips is the sponsor of tonight's show. And training, I'm glad you brought this up, is something else we're going to be talking about today because Stretford Paddock have their own side, Stretford Paddock FC. And I'll be honest, I've not been involved that much. I should have been there. I should have trained. I should have worked hard. I should have made relationships with the people at this training session. But up until now, I haven't been there. So this week, I went down to training because I wanted to show these guys, what Stretford Paddock is all about. We take things seriously. We try hard. We look hard. Don't really know what that means. We look good, though. And we turn up pretty cool. So here's what I turned up Stretford Paddock training in. And people took the piss out of me. What do you think? This is just me making my way up to... Look at that.
Please get hit.
New jacket, look. And people took the piss out of that. One more time, just in case you missed that. Coming out, it's not Manchester's building quarter there. Just doing a light jog to warm up as well, taking it seriously. And people took the piss, saying that I looked stupid, saying that I wasn't taking it seriously, and saying that I'm not going to be making the first team. And I want to be in the first team. Anyway, so that explains the title. Sancho, we're talking about Sancho Skips, is tonight's sponsor, as well as cans, obviously, and training, because I went to football training for Stretford Paddock FC, and they didn't like what they had to see. Should we move on to another story? Because I'm getting furious again. I didn't get furious before, but watching it back, looking at that, I'm getting furious. Our next story today, another Manchester United story. Let's get our laptop up. And this one is Odion Ighalo, everyone's favourite Nigerian, isn't he? What do you think? Yeah, he's my favourite Nigerian. I'm going to say, I feel comfortable saying that. Everyone loves him. He's a big United fan. Scored 3 goals this week. 2 in one, 1 in the other. You know the goals, you know what he scored. But this is an interview by Football Daily where Odion Ighalo, I think it's by Football Daily. Either way, they've got the video. And he said, when I signed, I was shaking on my bed. Okay, let me just write that down. Reporting that to the police. We all know why you were shaking in your bed, mate. Masturbating. When I signed, I was shaking in my bed. Is this really happening? Apparently so, mate. What we can all say, whether he was, shaking the bed, so to speak, whilst he was on the phone to Man United, disrespect, or not, what we can all say is that I think we all see a little bit of ourselves in Odion Ighalo, don't we? We're all good-looking guys. I think he's underrated, actually, in terms of looks. But we all see a little bit of ourselves in Odion Ighalo. It's like, do you know when you have those dreams in your head? You have those sort of daydreams where you think, imagine if you were just playing football and then someone rang you. Imagine if I was just playing in the Chinese Super League and then Manchester United rang me to come and play for him. He's living the dream. He's living the dream. Let us know what you would do in your bed if Manchester United rang you to play. Because, let's face it, it's nothing Odion Ighalo hasn't already done. Shaking on his bed. Can barely let go of himself. Dirty boy. Next up. This is a bit of a risky one. Yeah, this is it. Let's have a look at this one. Man issues warning after dumb mistake almost kills everyone in the sauna. I like how it says everyone in the sauna, like we know how many people that is. Like that's some sort of boy band. Have you heard everyone in the sauna? No. What does that mean, everyone in the sauna? We'll find out. A man who attempted to heat up the sauna in his gym made an oversight which resulted in everyone running out, wheezing and coughing and dry heaving. Well, what could it be? A man who says he accidentally recreated a chemical weapon used in World War I, get in a sauna, has been labelled an effing idiot after owning up to the mistake. Labelled. Just got that on a little badge there, a little name tag. Effing idiot. And that has to stay there for the rest of his life. After a workout show-off, the man says he decided to try his gym's sauna room and went in to find it practically full with 5 other people already inside. So that explains the headline. Everyone inside, 5 other people. He says he was barely sweating after 10 to 15 minutes. Show off again. Very low resting heart rate. I'm basically an athlete. Get over yourself, mate. Sticking sauna etiquette, he made everyone was happy. Made sure everyone was happy for him to make the room a bit hotter. He took the little wooden container from within the sauna and left the room to fill the bucket with water from the pool located just outside to splash on the rocks. Look at that, look. I don't think that was an accurate representation of what was going on in there. But, you know, why not put some sexy pictures of a sauna in? The room got much hotter right away. Hooray! But for some reason, my eyes started burning and my lungs felt like they're on fire. Boo! Room got hotter. Hooray! Eyes burning, lungs on fire. Boo! Hooray! Boo! Everyone in the sauna started wheezing and coughing. We all rushed out to the sauna, and it was complete chaos. It wasn't complete chaos, was it? It was just 5 people going, oh, bloody hell. Chaos. Have you ever seen chaos? Have you ever watched 28 Days Later? That's chaos. Everyone in the pool was extremely confused as to why we came flying out of the sauna. Anyway, let's cut to the chase. Sure enough, after Googling around a bit when I got home, I realised that what I essentially did was gas everyone in the sauna with chlorine gas, which was used in World War I as a chemical weapon. Leisure Centre, gas. Battle of the Somme. Battle of the Sauna. Write that down. Battle of Sauna. Very silly that, wasn't it? Imagine that. I have more problems with the article itself than I do with what he did. There was no way there was carnage. What complete chaos. Have you seen any disaster movie? Try watching, Armageddon and tell me that 5 people coming out of a sauna rubbing their eyes is complete chaos. Unbelievable. How's it going then, boys? How are we doing? What's your favourite snacks then? Come on, get rid of that. Get rid of that then. Do that instead. Let me know what's going on. Someone says, don't shake in the sauna. Yeah, imagine if Odion Ighalo was in the sauna when he got that call. That would have been complete chaos. Everyone would have been running out, feel like the lungs are on fire, eyes burning. You know what's going on, boy. If Man United phoned me, I'd have to put them on hands-free. Again, it's a masturbation joke. Jacob OC says, Fukin Eljo. Jacob, why won't you reply to my emails? That's all I'll say to you, mate. Joe, loving the new lights next to the player figurines. These lights, do you know what? These have been here on every single episode. But the difference is we've got new cameras which allow us to have a lower ISO, which allow us to be able to see things like these lights. Pretty technical, I know, but I'm a whiz kid in that regard. Someone says pork pie. I'm not quite sure what that's relating to. Oh, yeah, favourite savoury snacks. I've watched all the disaster movies since Corona. Well, we will be coming on to that very shortly. And actually, do you know what? I've got some good news for you. That's all I'll say. Someone says a hot dog sandwich is their favourite snack. Harking back to the watch along last night where we debated whether a hot dog was indeed a sandwich or just its own category of savoury delicacy. Someone says, Oliver says, I'm on my way to the Cotswolds. I don't know if that's a euphemism, in which case, maybe wait until after you've watched the show. Because if you get to the Cotswolds before this show finishes, I'm going to be sick. Jacob OC says, I did about 20 minutes ago, mate. Great. I didn't check my emails. I was preparing for the show. There used to be a spaghetti bolognese flavour Monster Munch. You can recreate that flavour if you eat a pickled onion and a roast beef at the same time. Almost got me there, Duncan. But Duncan, or Mr. McCockiner, whatever you go by, really great info that. And I'm going to try that. Double Monster Munch, double M. I'm writing down there. Joel Zapster says, you're on emailing terms. Okay. We're running an internship program here at Stretford Paddock where you can be able to do things like this. Imagine that as an intern. And Jacob was merely applying for that. It's nothing untoward going on. Leave that out in the comments there, Jacob, because you're making me look bad. You underestimate the dangers of poolside health and safety. Yeah, I mean, running. We've all been made clear down the years, do not run next to a pool. And yet you're allowed to swim as fast as you want, which is faster than running sometimes. So if there's a speed limit, there's a speed limit. Salmon paste and brown sauce sandwiches. Neil Fish, why am I not surprised? Nominative determinism there. Essentially picking your snacks for you. Skipped out on the skips and went for real genitals. Jacob Kelly, shouldn't have read that one out, but again, it's hard to kind of process and read at the same time. Right, let's move on to our next and, sad to say, final story. But, like I said, it's an uplifter because I'm going to give you some ways to avoid coronavirus. And, we're still at a stage where we can talk about coronavirus in a relatively light-hearted way, but if this episode is aired in maybe 1 year's time when 20% of the population have died, I do apologise. But as things stand, as this episode was made, we're in that kind of middle ground. That's all I'll say. Laptop, please. There we go. Coronavirus can be zapped out of existence by ultraviolet protective Batman suit. The extraordinary garment falls out of a special backpack when needed, using ultraviolet... Sorry. Using ultraviolet radiation to zap the virus out of existence before it can reach the wearer. So this, if you see ultraviolet, if you see, coronavirus coming towards you, the coronavirus, or COVID-19, I like how it's got like James Bond, 007, License to Kill, continues to dominate the headlines. As yet there is now virus or specific treatment for the respiratory illness. Spelling mistake again. This is the second spelling mistake we've come across on Late Night Live. As yet, there is now virus or specific treatment. Doesn't make any sense for the respiratory illness. I think this person had coronavirus as they were typing that broke out from the... Let's not worry about that. But all that is clear, but while some people are panic buying paper masks and a few opting for spacesuits and even giraffe costumes, those people are idiots, by the way, or they're just in a panto anyway. So you see someone walking down the street in a giraffe costume, you think, oh, they're trying to stop themselves getting coronavirus. Maybe they're just on their way to do a pantomime, and you've made yourself look like an idiot. A Chinese company has come up with a protective Batman suit. They say uses bionic design principles, which we all know doesn't mean anything, to protect the wearer from contracting the virus. Now look at that. If you look at it, it's not unlike a bin bag, is it? And here at Stretford Paddock, we practice what we preach. And if I'm telling you to get an ultraviolet protective Batman suit that kind of looks like a bin bag, I eat the same dinner as my children. That's all I'm saying. I'm not one of those parents that cooks myself some chicken Kievs and I make you fish fingers. We're having fish fingers together. So if I'm telling you to wear this ultraviolet coronavirus protective bubble, like the wings of a sleeping bat, I'm going to make my own first and I'm going to tell you whether it works. Now, first off, the first problem we've encountered immediately is I can't breathe. Now, is that an issue? It might be long term. Second problem we've come across is I've made a hole in the barrier. Now, coronavirus, whilst it won't get my sort of shoulders and torso while I'm wearing this, it can still infect my lungs. Third problem is I'm clearly having a mental breakdown, and that isn't good for anyone. Sure, but, at the same time, this is one of the premier late night shows on the internet, especially, YouTube. And if I want to teach you, like guys at home, how to be safe from coronavirus, I'm not going to just let you wander into the woods unprotected. Before we go, let me know... I should inhale something there. bit worried. Let me know. Oh, can't breathe. Let me know your favourite. Where is this from? Made in China. Let me know your favourite savoury snacks. Someone called me a baghead, a bit rude, but in this case, apt. First, you eat a Kit Kat, a Tua, and then you get a slice of Warburton's toasty bread. Then you shove it in your mouth, mid-Kit Kat chew. The bready, chocolatey goodness is real. Thank you very much. Neil says, you're too sexy for your bag. Thank you. Martin Ozlowski says, Late Night Live should be an hour. Surely there must be more good news like this. Martin, I'm scraping the bottom of a barrel and I'm wearing a bin bag on my head. If you think I could do this for an hour, you are sorely mistaken. Right. That is going to be all for tonight. I've got to go out after this. I've got a few drinks planned. I'm going to wear it. I'm going to keep wearing it. Rishi says, can you stop? Yeah, the show's coming to an end, mate. The show's coming to an end. I'm getting too hot. I can't really breathe. I'm not sure if it's coronavirus or if it's just the fact that I've got a bin bag over me and I'm freaking out a little bit because it's really hot in here. Someone says, gotta be cool original Doritos. Thank you, Matt Moss. Just to recap then, Jadon Sancho might well happen. Skips, we were tonight sponsored by Skips. Always disgusting. And training. Here is the football training. Look at that. Right. I'm going to fight my way out of a bin bag. I'm going to fight my way out of a bin bag and I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I don't know what's happened here tonight, lads. Right. Have a great weekend, everyone. We will be back for all the build-up to Manchester United versus Manchester City. Tomorrow we've got a very special Behind Enemy Lines with XS Manchester's very own Adam Brown, the voice of Manchester in the mornings. We'll be sure to check that out at home. And like I said, we'll be covering everything on Sunday for the big derby. So check that out as well. Cam says, night, night, big boy. Night, night, little boy. Why did I say that? Good night!